In this video, we are trying to talk about how to build a adaptive component and load to the family that we have for the canopy. So this is basically what we will have for the adaptive component, and then later we will have that in the canopy. So this is the final form. In the adaptive component, we will use different adaptive points to control the directions and the length of the geometry. So first of all, is to have a prototype of that um, in the adaptive component family. So here is what do we have, and trying to find the midpoint of that, and you can set that in the dimensions and trying to get the 0.5. And so that the next thing is use the number 5 adaptive point to control the direction. So basically we'll have the reference lines first. And to set a point on that. So the next step is I'm trying to do the length of this line is the same with this line. So first we'll get a parameter to record the length of um, the line from the point 2 to point 4. And you can add a parameter called the mid length, for example. And here you choose to get the measurement from the segment length and trying to get that with new mid length. So that in the property of the perimeter got the length unit equals to the half of the mid length. So with this formula you can see the length has been settled along with the same direction. But another one is we have trying to another one with the negative length of that. So trying to have a a new point and has the original from this one. Okay. So you the offset. Length neck. And trying to the length neck at um the same length of the mid length. So you can see we have another one with have a symmetry according to the midpoint. And the next step is trying to make the thickness of this form. So we also have originally from the point and trying to get the thickness. And here is the offset. I'm trying to add a new parameter called thickness. Instead. And get the thickness is like 1. And we will have that. So the same at that point. is negative. Okay, so with all the points you need, the next step is trying to get the form and have everything else done. Okay, so here the frame of the final adaptive component. So here is the form of the adaptive component, and you can try to change the direction and also like the thickness. Okay, so the next step we will have to try is to with the visibility parameter and our adaptive component, because sometimes when we see we can have several part in this component, and you can try to have the different situation of the visibility situation for them, so that you can control in the loaded project. For example, when you're in the loaded family, you can have several points to determine the direction of the component, and you can choose from the visibility to and trying to find the one you like the most, or the one most suitable in that one. So here you can have different type of the component, its appearance in the final loaded project. So how can we do that? The things we could do that is use the parameter of the visibility. So you can choose what do you want to change. For example, the surface, and you can see here is the visibility. And you can edit trying to add a parameter, which is called visibility. Is that? And okay. So here you have a new one for the visibility 5, and you can try to determine that here in the family parameter, or you can determine that on the loaded project. So that's what we did here. So here are three sets of the same logic form in the adaptive project, controlled by the adaptive point 5, 6, and 7. And here the different surface has the parameter of the visibility. You can check, so that you can change that later in this grade with the parameter of the visibility.